All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin. I am your host, Vays, coming to you live as the markets have opened 5 minutes ago. Finally back on a normal-ish time zone and videos. I don't know if I'll be making these videos every day, so we will see. But let's go straight to the charts and see what is going on because Bitcoin is rallying. So let's see what the charts tell us about that situation. Thank you, those in the live chat. Amy Johnson softball. Yeah, welcome. Man, I used to play softball. We were trying to do like a reunion softball. I used to be on softball teams. I used to play everything. I used to be on a softball team, on a bowling team, just with my friends. And I played volleyball for 20 years. But I played a bunch of stuff. I played baseball also. Wasn't all that great at baseball. Right. Softball was a lot of fun. Monthly chart, we're going to get back to this at the end of the month. It's not really telling us anything, and it's not changing. The chart's not changing at all. Mel, welcome. Okay, here is our descending triangle, which is still pointing to a target of 11,000. So many people are waiting for 11,000 that I'm not sure we're going to make it. Argentina lost to Saudi Arabia. I saw that. Oh, God. Argentinians should be on suicide watch right now. But you know what? I remember a few World Cups ago, France was favored to win the World Cup, and they lost their opening game to some, horrible team, and everyone just went nuts. And then France didn't lose a single game the rest of the way, and then they won the World Cup against Italy. So you never know. They can still come back from this, but I didn't see that coming. But hey, the Middle East is taking over. They're probably going to be better at football than the than the South Americans. They already have a better economy than the West, so why not? Leo, welcome. All right, so our weekly chart continues to have very good oscillators, but not very good price action. We have a red star candle. We are continuing this downtrend. I've drawn multiple arrows here because everything was pointing to more downside based on price action. We're going to have a ridiculous depth cross with the 50 period moving average going below the 200 period moving average. This has never happened in Bitcoin's history. I don't see how this can be avoided, but I don't think they're going to be crossed for that long. Yeah, Middle East is kicking ass in MMA. Now it's football. Yeah, Middle East. There's a reason why I'm spending a lot of time in the Middle East. And yeah, the World Cups in Qatar or Qatar is the proper way to pronounce it. I like how everyone's going crazy over the laws in Qatar. Can't drink alcohol, there's no gay rights. And yeah, those are their laws. If you don't like it, don't go there, right? Because at least you have other places to go around the world where you have these kinds of freedoms. But what they did with COVID lockdowns and forced vaccinations, that was the whole world. You didn't have a place to run to or run away from, So it's very hypocritical of anyone to be, to take the moral high ground on Qatar's laws, while at the same time, more than half of you had a more tyrannical thought process between 2020 and 2022. So anyone that criticizes too much is basically being a giant hypocrite, especially if they were pro vaccine lockdown, forced vaccines, and COVID lockdowns. Not to mention a bunch of other stuff. All right, daily chart. I really like the CMF right here. The CMF moved a lot on this little bounce this morning. Yeah, KO, I completely agree with you. Couldn't agree with you more. I really like the CMF move. I really, really like it. Let's see how the day ends. If we continue this bullish trend and we're breaking this low, that would be very, very nice. The MACD can cross over if we go up a little bit more. And the RSI is moving nicely as well. And it's a little bit of a move. I have to move this out of the way here. It's a nice little bullish move this morning. Let's see if it can last, because right now, price action and chart patterns are pointing down still towards, that $12,000 area from this bearish pennant. All three moving averages are declining. They're all below each other. Basically, there's nothing in the charts that is suggesting we're going to reverse any minute now. And I don't like this double bottom. These double bottoms tend to take us to a lower level. Hourly chart, we had a big bounce this morning. It happened around 8:30, so there must have been some economic news. Let's go and take a look at the economic news and see what news it was. I take that back. There was no economic news. Usually there's economic news at 10:30, 8:30 a.m., but there wasn't any today. Everything is going to come in tomorrow. The FOMC minutes are going to come out tomorrow. That usually moves the market a little bit. That's a nice candle. This is this is oil. It's not Bitcoin anymore. Yeah, I don't like this double bottom in oil either, but I like this reversal candle on a daily scale, and the fact that we avoided the MRI support line from breaking it. So let's see where this goes. Saudis have cut oil production even more. So I'm still bullish on oil, even in a recession. I started doing a bunch of research on the GBTC stuff. We're tweeting out some. We're going to be tweeting out some research on GBTC, and we're also starting to do some on-chain analysis as well. So follow the Financial Summit Twitter handle, as we're going to be tweeting out a lot of. I'm not the only one that manages this handle, by the way. I really like seeing this. We now have 950,000 wallets with 1 Bitcoin in them. That is absolutely huge. Okay, this is Bitcoin in cold storage, and this number keeps rising. So let's see when this gets to 1 million wallets. 1 million wallets with over a single Bitcoin is huge. That hopefully it'll double over the next year or two. As people, it's not that hard to get 1 Bitcoin in cold storage now. If you're middle class, you should be able to afford 1 Bitcoin at these prices. So strongly recommend putting 1 Bitcoin in cold storage for at least 3 to 5 years. Bitquant is doing good work also. CryptoQuant, sorry, not Bitcoin. CryptoQuant is doing good work also. I don't know why I said Bitcoin. Yeah, we put out a thread on GBTC. Tweeted this out the other day. This data just came out 11/21 yesterday, and Digital Currency Group finally reported how many GBTC shares they have, and they have 66 million. I believe that is in the number of shares. This number, not dollars. That's 66 million shares of GBTC at $8 a share. So you can do the math, how much they are holding. About $500 million in GBTC. And last year, 3AC and BlockFi were the two biggest holders, and now they're gone. They were holding about this much. I don't remember. I have to check my notes. Let me check my notes real quick. How much those companies were holding. Oh crap, where is the... it wasn't it was in the form of a tweet. It wasn't in the form of a picture that I posted. Just checking my private Telegram groups where we decide what to tweet out. Okay, here we go. Where was it? Yeah, Digital Currency Group has been significantly adding to their position. Shoot, I don't have it here. I just want to get the numbers right. Yeah, so BlockFi used to hold 36,000 shares, and 3 Arrows Capital used to hold, 36 million shares. And so 36 million used to be BlockFi, and 39 million used to be 3AC. And at that time, Digital Currency Group was only holding 12 million. So Digital Currency Group has added over 50 million shares, and that's pretty much what BlockFi and 3 Arrows Capital were holding. They were holding 70 million between them, and Digital Currency Group took 50 out of the 70 million shares. So the other 20 million shares were sold on the market, and that's what caused the additional negative premium of GBTC. Speaking of premium of GBTC, my developer got back to me and gave me the latest code. So here it is. So you can see it right there on the code. So we are now at negative 42%. It was negative 45% the other day. And here it is at negative 42%. You see it changing in real time on that premium. And this is how much Bitcoin is, that number is how much Bitcoin is backing each share of GBTC. You have the actual value if it's, at 0% premium or discount, and you're looking at a 42.5% discount right now on GBTC. No comment on gold. S&P 500. I mean, this is a holiday week. Not much is going to happen, but very early December is going to be interesting if we can break this trend line on the stock market. All right, I don't have anything else to add. I'm really looking at Bitfarms. Man, the stock's down to 56 cents. That is super interesting to me. I'm going to log into my Interactive Brokers account and see what I can do with this. Very, very, very interesting. I mean, yeah, it can go down. It can fall another 20–30% easy at these prices. But I just can't see this company going down. I can't. So it looks very interesting to me. Yeah, it's likely. I'm gonna the daily streams may go away soon. Unless they're about politics. They're about politics every day. Oh yeah, Black Friday prices. Yeah, I did lower the price. Let me see. Let me go to my website. Let me see if the new price is going to be there. Products and services, MRI. Let's see how much it's charging now. There it is, $400. I dropped the price. I dropped from 500 to 400. I couldn't lower it anymore. I'm sorry, guys. 400 is as low as I can go on the MRI. Remember, it used to be 1,000. The price keeps dropping. It'll slowly trend towards zero. Speaking of politics, we had a couple of finals in the House of Representatives. Another Democrat has been solidified. We are only down to 4 races. So here are the 4 races that are still undecided. Alaska, which is super weird that there were 2 Republicans running against each other while at the same time running against a Democrat. If you add the votes for the Republicans, that becomes, 49.2. So the 2 Republicans together beat the Democrat. So it's weird that the Republicans would be running against each other in the general election because they split the vote, which is likely to happen. So this is weird, and I don't understand why Alaska hasn't announced their Democratic House of Representatives congressperson. And then you have 2 races in California, 95% and 71%. And then you have 1 race in Colorado. So you have 3 races favoring Republicans and 1 race still favoring Democrats. And these are the last 4 races left to decide the House. So I'm not sure what the hell is taking so long, but this should be completed soon. And then we have the Senate, which I don't really know when the Georgia runoff is. I think it's in December. Look, I agree. The Republicans are also bad, but they're not as bad. So the Republicans are not as bad. They're not as bad now. Like during the Bush years, I thought Republicans were worse than the Democrats. But after Obama, all that flipped. So yes, I know both sides are terrible, but the Democrats are 99.9% terrible, while the Republicans are only 85% terrible. So there's a huge, huge difference there. Huge. That's it. I don't have anything else to add. So we can wrap this up. People are somehow critical that I'm now not commenting on the war in Ukraine. And somehow that means that Russia is about to have a regime change and they're getting killed and Ukraine is winning. And none of that is true. Just because I haven't been talking about the Russia-Ukraine war doesn't mean that, Putin is about to go away and Russia is about to have a regime change. That is just insane. Ukraine is about to have no electricity at all for potentially a decade at this rate. So, yeah, I think Ukraine is actually in more trouble now than they were a month ago or a month before that or a month before that. So just because Ukraine got some territory back based on a strategic plan by Russia, it doesn't mean that Ukrainians are in a better position to survive over the rest of the decade. All right, guys, follow the Financial Summit on Twitter and also Unconfiscatable. Follow Unconfiscatable as well, because we're going to start talking about the next conference, which is going to be about a year away. We're going to do it in December. Unconfiscatable is so important. Look at Brazil. Brazil just shut down bank accounts for political reasons of regular people, which is insane. Again, more reasons to understand why unconfiscatability is so important. Check out Litecoin. Why? What is interesting in the shitcoin world? Shitcoins. Let's see. How's Doge doing? Well, everyone got happy when Elon Musk took over Twitter, and now it's coming back to Earth again. Doge is so insane. What about Ethereum? So Did Ethereum just say they're not they decided not to give you your locked up Ethereum anymore? Like Ethereum is such a centralized project that it's crazy. Monero is on an MRI sell on a monthly scale, so Monero should be going down for a while. I don't understand how Ukraine has infinite rockets. The United States is about to run out of rockets sending to Ukraine because it's like a black hole. You're sending rockets to Ukraine, they just like go, half of them go to the black market and the other half just, hit Poland, apparently. Though the rockets that hit Poland were Russian-made. Those headlines were interesting. A Russian-made rocket hit Poland. Yes, half of Ukrainian rockets are Russian-made. Who fired the rocket is the question. And that's the part they want to avoid at all costs, as to who fired the Russian-made rocket. Litecoin went up for I don't know what reason. And this looks weird. Went up a lot this week, this month. And I mean, Litecoin is still going to trend towards zero, and especially towards zero against Bitcoin. I won my bet. There was a bet made whether Litecoin would hit 0.8 first or 0.3 first, 0.003 or 0.008. And it hit 0.003 first, and it stayed there for like a year. I have no idea what this is, unless someone wants to enlighten me on the reason this happened, or is happening. Probably some guy's buying up all the Litecoin, getting you to buy into Litecoin, and then he's going to dump it on you. Yeah, Ethereum announced that your like proof of stake locked Ethereum. There, one was let me see. I don't know. It's on Twitter somewhere. Go look for it, guys. I'm not gonna find it right now on live air. But go search. Like the Ethereum Foundation decided that they have no timetable when your staked Ethereum is going to be given to you. They said 6 months, and then they said 8 months, and then they said a year, and then they said eventually. I mean, yeah, ask the CEO. Yeah, I don't know how B-Trash is doing. How is B-Trash doing? All the shitcoins are rising right now. I don't really know why. I don't have a good explanation. Well, not this one. Anyway, is Luna back? That's funny. That is funny. Dash still alive? I don't know. Shitcoins are rising. Like, that means we're probably going to go lower. Like, people just don't learn their lesson. People just don't learn their lessons. How is this shitcoin doing? The only one that's not rising is Cardano. Funny. Yeah, there's like 18 gazillion Cardano tokens out there. Charles Hoskinson did a great job by printing 18 trillion tokens and holding on to most of them. That was very genius, actually. All right, guys. I promised this would be a 30-minute stream. We're at 25 minutes. I'm going to call it a day. Do I think Bitcoin can bounce here? Yes. Do I think that Bitcoin will make a lower low? Also, yes. So right now, because I don't like double bottoms, I'm not rushing into any buys. I'm gonna just take it easy and look at the daily chart. Like the daily chart, I mean, we can bounce all the way to 18,500 and still make new lows. So I'm hoping that new lows are going to be made sooner than later, but I don't know. I mean, I think Elon's doing a great job. Could be better. I mean, he can reinstate Alex Jones. He can reinstate Project Veritas. He could. I mean, Twitter is getting a lot better. I really like the here profile. I really like the section on like this, right? I really like this. Like readers added context to the story. Like I'm telling you, SBF, the media and the politicians and the regulators, they love this guy. They love this guy. This guy is not going to prison. This guy is going to be paid to be a consultant for the regulators. They're probably going to send a limousine for him. They're going to put him on a private jet. They're going to put him in a mansion in California, just like Hunter Biden. And then they're going to come there begging on their hands and knees, asking him what to do next about FTX. I mean, that's basically how the media, politicians, governments, and law enforcement is treating Sam Bankman-Fried. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye, guys.